to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming NECA Halloween 2 retro cloth figures. Now it's going to be 3 retro cloth figures, one of Michael Myers, one of Dr. Loomis, and one of Laurie Strode, and this is based on how they all look in Halloween 2 from 1981, which is the version that I have over here on Blu-ray. And of course, this is my second favorite Halloween film after the original 1978 film, Now, of course, we all know this film is considered no longer canon, because with the recent 2018 Halloween film, that takes place right after the events of the original 78 film. So it makes it seem like the other Halloween films didn't happen at all, Now, I am kind of interested in this, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of the retro cloth figures, But I probably will be actually taking a chance with these, because I just want a Dr. Loomis figure, And then they have Laurie Strode in her hospital gown too as well, so I think that's kind of awesome too as well. And they look pretty cool, especially the other Dr. Loomis, because he has on his coat and so on. Now the Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode figures, from what I'm hearing, they're going to be like a 2-pack. So you actually would get them together, and that's probably the only way you can get Donald Pleasance, with Dr. Loomis, and the Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. And probably the only way you can get them to is actually in the 2-pack. I don't think they're going to have them separate. And they're going to be 8 inches in height. Even the Michael Myers figure, he's going to be 8 inches in height, Now, Michael Myers, from what I'm hearing, will have he would have the fabric outfit. He would have interchangeable right hands. He have a knife, a hammer, a syringe, and a scalpel. Because the scalpel was his prominent weapon, or dominant weapon in this particular film, Then you also have Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode, and apparently they would come with 2 pistols and a jack-o'-lantern. Now I always knew that they ever did a Laurie Strode figure based on Halloween 2. I knew they would give her a pistol, because she did have a pistol at the end, Now these figures are scheduled to be released in May, and apparently Michael Myers will be alone, he's 8-inch scale, and then you have the Dr. Loomis and Laurie Strode. They'll be in a 2-pack. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of the actual retro cloth figures, but these particular figures I might actually go ahead and pick up, so these might be my first retro cloth figures from NECA. I'm not a fan of them kind of figures, like the cloth figures. I probably wouldn't get these a shot, especially because I just want a Dr. Loomis figure, So I think that looked pretty cool. And I like how they did with the Laurie Strode figure. She has on a hospital gown. She even has the wrapper around her arm. I forget what they call that. She has the blood wound, on her arm too, from where Michael stabbed her on the original one. I think that's kind of cool, And another thing too about these figures, they look awesome. But I can say, apparently now NECA does have the rights to Dr. Loomis, to Donald Pleasance again too as well. So we might eventually get an ultimate Dr. Loomis, figure based on part 2, even a Laurie Strode, based on how she was in part 2 eventually, From what I'm hearing, it's possible now, because obviously NECA does have the likeness rights to Donald Pleasance again, because I heard they had lost it, But yeah, I'm definitely interested in these, and these probably my first retro cloth figures that I would pick up from NECA. I'm not too sure, So I'm not a fan of them, but these I'm willing to actually probably going with, They also come with a pumpkin too as well. I think the pumpkin that was actually on the cover, as you can see, it actually would have that pumpkin with it too as well. As an accessory, if I'm not mistaken. They will come with these. Now these are scheduled to be released in May. So yeah, that's not too far off, So I got my eyes on these. I might be picking these up, And that's me talking about the upcoming NECA retro cover, NECA Halloween 2 1981, not the Rob Zombie version, but the 1981 retro cloth figures of Michael Myers, Dr. Loomis, and Laurie Strode from NECA, and these are going to be scheduled to be released in May. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.